morning, my kings and queens. I hope everything is going well with you, babies. I absolutely love and adore you. I'm sending a whole bunch of love. I'm sending a whole bunch of love out today because I care about you guys so much, which is the reason why I keep getting on here, to help you to grow and become better versions of yourself. But one thing I want to talk to you about today is I want to talk to you about really just focusing on yourself. And I know that we got wives, we got husbands, we got children that we need to pour into, but you are no good to any of these people if you don't pour into yourself. And you know, when we have families or we're investing into people, we totally forget about ourselves. And so I want you guys to start reeling that stuff in, because you need to make sure that you're taking care of your well-being, okay? A lot of people get stressed out over things. A lot of people get confused. A lot of people can't stay focused because they're pouring and pouring and pouring, but they're not receiving anything. And you have to start receiving from yourself. You have to start putting boundaries on certain situations and say, hey, I need to take some time for myself to regroup, to process everything, and to make sure that I'm making good decisions. And so I want you guys to start looking at yourself and asking yourself, am I really just burning myself out and not taking time to actually focus on me, and I'm just giving and giving and giving, but I'm not looking out for me? Or am I actually taking the breaks so for my mental health, for my emotional health, and my physical health? Like, you know, a lot of people start stress eating when they get stressed out, and so their physical health gets out of control, and they get this little belly or whatever the case may be because they stressed out. Or you have your emotional health, you start, cussing in traffic, and you going through a whole bunch of drama, or you're arguing, or you're short-tempered because your emotional health is not intact. You know what I'm saying? And your mental health is not intact. It ties together. So I want you guys to really start looking at that thing, because a lot of the drama and a lot of the different arguments and a lot of the toxic stuff that's going on in this world could be different if people actually took the time out to regroup. And so that's what I want you to do. I want to teach you how to regroup so you can live a peaceful life where you're able to actually make sound decisions, not only for yourself, but for your family as well. Because a lot of people count on you, but you need to be counting on yourself. Okay? And so it's easy for me to actually love on people because I've poured into myself to the point where I can actually just give love, because I'm not going to overextend myself for anybody. Okay? And so when I know my limitations, I set the boundaries. I'm very, very, and I have a high self-control. I let myself know, okay, Tia, that's enough. You done gave a whole bunch of love out. Now it's time for you to pour back into yourself. And so that's what I want you to start doing. You need to be able to set limitations to these things. People go and go and go. And you know, I've even talked to people who actually feel guilty about taking out time for themselves because they have told themselves this lie that if I don't pour into them, that I'm a bad parent, or I'm a bad husband, or I'm a bad wife. And that's a lie. You actually are not giving your full 100% into any situation if you're burnt out. And so I need you guys to actually start taking time, take those limitations, and say, hey, I need a minute to be able to regroup, to do something that I want to do that makes me happy so I can recharge myself up. Like for me, for instance, I listen to music a lot. Different kind. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever makes me happy, that's what I'm listening to. Whether it's gospel, whether it's secular, whatever the case may be. Some of it makes me laugh, and so I laugh, or I watch comedy that makes me happy, or I just do something that makes me happy. Whether it's outdoor outdoors, whether it's indoors, whatever the case may be. But I'm recharging myself because I understand that I have work to do for other people that I absolutely care about. So I'm going to love and pour into me and do everything that I want to do so I can be my 100% self. Okay? And so I need you guys to actually start caring about yourself more, because I'm starting to notice that people that don't care about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into this topic because what I want to teach you is I want to teach you how to love on yourself. There's nothing wrong with loving on yourself. Actually, in the Bible, it speaks about, the Bible. It speaks about you loving on yourself. And so you need to do this for you to be the best you. I know you didn't think that it had anything to do with it, but it does. And so in Proverbs 19:8, it says, encourages us to love our own soul so much that we find goodness and truth. And this goodness and truth is freely available through Christ. Yes, God wants you to love on yourself because he wants you to be of service to everyone. Yeah, so God is a God of love. We know this. Main focus is love, living in love. And so why would you think that God wouldn't want you to love yourself? Okay? I mean, let's talk about this. Why would you think that? Okay? And so somewhere it got convoluted where it said people think that they transpose the Bible, if you will, and they say love your neighbor more than you love yourself. No. You're twisting that up. Okay? God is saying you need to be loving on yourself so you can accurately love your neighbor. Okay? So you can love them correctly. All right. Now that we got that taken care of, the thing about it is you need to be doing what makes you happy. You need to always have a smile on your face. Okay? Because you are blessed. You are highly favored. Okay? And God has sacrificed himself for us so we could live a good life. Life does not have to be hard. Us as humans, we make it harder than it has to be because we got this self-talk in our head, and we've been programmed to believe that we're supposed to struggle and everything's supposed to be hard, and we're not supposed to love on ourselves, and we got to love people before we love ourselves, and everybody needs to come before you. No, that's not realistic. Okay? What it actually is you're supposed to be loving on yourself. You're supposed to do what makes you happy. You're supposed to be living life to the fullest because life is short. You are supposed to be able to be the embodiment of love. Because if you are, what are you going to do? You're going to attract more love to you. If you loving on yourself and you got a family and everything is basically derived in love, you're going to have a happy home. And that's just period. If you walking in love and everybody feels your love, they're going to want to give you more love. Are we getting this? And so I need you to start really looking at self. And you need to look in the mirror and keep it real with yourself and say, am I loving myself? Am I carrying myself in love? Is this what I'm demonstrating to people? Is this what they can see? Can they tell that I love myself? Okay? Because when it comes to me, oh baby, I'm so in love with myself, it's obsessive. Okay? But I had to get to this point. I had to look at myself and I validated some things that I absolutely adore about myself. And so I'm able to do the same for other people because I got to know me. Okay? And so that's what I want for you guys. I love you so much. Mwah.